Hi, my name is Annie Napier. I'm from the Oklahoma County OSU Cooperative Extension. I am the horticulture educator and the master gardener advisor for that county. And one part of horticulture that we provide education on is how to keep you gardening even if you're getting a little sore in the back or a little older in age. Aging, we're all doing it, right? So with that, I want to introduce Freddy Hill. He's an Oklahoma County master gardener. He's been a master gardener since 2002, right?
2002, yes.
That's awesome. Thank you for serving Oklahoma County for 15 years.
I love it. It's a great group, and I love to learn and educate.
One of the great things that he does is he'll go to organizations within the county and educate other groups of gardeners. And then he'll also be at the extension to where when people call in and ask specific questions about the problems that they're having, we get questions from everything about pests and what vegetables are best to grow. And Freddy and I both have a passion for therapeutic horticulture or enabling horticulture. And so some of the things that we like to do are teach people how they can continue gardening. And so we have a few of those tools here today. This is one that Freddy keeps in a really strategic place in his
There's a lot
garden.
of varieties of things. This is like a handicap grabber. It's the most utilitarian of all of them you can find. It's probably 25 bucks. And just it lasts forever.
Yeah. So one thing I do that's really, really fun, when I'm able to get down on my knees, my husband has these knee pads that I put on both knees, and they're so springy because he uses them to crawl around in the attic. And we find them at big box stores even for less than $10, but they really protect your knees. And I think it's easier than carrying around a knee pad. Another thing I like to use is something that you can attach to your drill. And what it does is it digs the hole for you. So for any of you that are having wrist or hand arthritis, or even just weaker arms as you get older, if you're repairing from an injury, this is something that can really be beneficial, especially in our clay soils. Another thing I like to tell people about is that there are a good variety of tools, whether you're gardening when you're sitting down or standing up. These are telescoping tools, and they're available as well at some of your local hardware stores or on really great at really great garden centers. And so this one is really one of my favorite ones. I like to keep my tools sharp. This is something that you can use to get the weeds out and cultivate the soil. So I can use that sitting down or standing up. You can always sit on a 5-gallon bucket while you're gardening, but this is another tool that you can use. And they come in metal and plastic. This is one that I actually found at a local grocery store for less than $5 during the seasonal time. But I like to keep a pair of gloves in a box, and then I can sit on it and garden, or I can actually tip it over and kneel. And then it helps me stand back up with some stability by using the handles. When we're doing container gardening, it's good to use a smaller tool instead of a shovel or even your drill. So you can see here that these are an ergonomic grip. See how Freddy's wrist stays at a straight angle? That's better for him because the less he moves that smaller joint and the more he moves the bigger joint, the less sore he's gonna feel the next day. I know a lot of gardeners can't stop at gardening for 15 minutes, but that is the recommendation, is to try to do only one movement over 15 minutes and then change what you're doing. Another thing that you can do is incorporate a handle. You can find handles in T-grips or shaped like Ds. And what you do is you would put them onto any regular tool that you have. So imagine that's there. And what this does for Freddy is it allows him to use 2 hands instead of 1 while he's gardening. So what he can do is he'll hold it and he'll dig in. Again, using that big muscle group instead of the smaller muscle group and reaching less. Freddy does only a little bit of watering in his garden in Oklahoma, and that's all by planning. But the things that he does need to reach, he can reach with a longer handled tool, and so he won't have to bend over as far, putting less pressure and strain on his back and less repetition.
It's a low velocity too, so you don't wash the soil out of your pots.
You always want to water like it's a gentle rain.
Yes.
Well, I hope that some of those tips help you in your gardening, and we hope that you will call us if you have any questions.
hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.